All right, you guys asked for it, so today we wanted to show you how to make our strawberry lemonade jam, sugar-free.
So for this recipe, you are going to need 9 pounds or 9 cartons of strawberries. These, as you can see, are frozen. That's because a couple weeks ago, we bought bulk strawberries from a local farm market. So I'm just carefully thawing these in this pot. I'm going to add 1 cup of bottled lemon juice to this. And actually, we found out this sort of recipe by mistake. We were experimenting with a sugar-free jam, and I had added way too much lemon juice, but it turned out to be really, really good. Like, we love the tanginess and like the lemonade essence of it, so we got the recipe.
And it's actually a favorite because there's no refined sugar, right?
Nope.
What do we use for the sweet? We'll get to it, but what do we use for the
Honey and
sweetener?
maple syrup. And you could totally make this with fresh strawberries. That's what I did the first time. It's just we didn't have those available, so frozen it is.
So this is Julianne's recipe, so she is going to be in charge of making the jam, but I'm helping her with getting the jars ready and all of that. So we're going to tag team it today. Today we are using the Presto Canner, and this is a digital canner that we're going to use. Whenever you are using the Presto Canner, you choose either the water bath method or the pressure canning method. Today for jam, we are using the water bath method. And the thing that I like a lot about the Presto Canner is that it literally gives you step-by-step instructions, exactly what to do and when to do it. So I'm just gonna walk you guys through the process of this, okay? So when I know I want to water bath can, I'm gonna take off the lid on the Presto here, okay? And first step, it says to pour 3 quarts of water in here, which I already did. And we're keeping the little tray that goes in the bottom of the canner in there. We are keeping those things in there. So that's all good to go. We're gonna plug it in, get it ready. Down here, right now, it is flashing pressure can, and I'm gonna turn the knob and switch it to boiling water can, okay? You have to do this correct from the beginning, otherwise this doesn't respond correctly. You have to follow all of the steps, and that's a safety protocol that the Presto has. Okay, I have it on the boiling water can method. I am going to hit the play button or the next button, and it says 5 minutes. For this particular recipe with the strawberry lemonade jam, we are going to process it for 15 minutes. So I use this little knob and I turn it to the 15-minute mark. I need to do that now. Like I said, going in using the Presto, you need to know from the beginning what type of method you're doing and how long you're going to be processing that particular recipe. Okay, so once I have it on 15 minutes, I am going to hit the play or the next button again. It tells me to insert my jars. So I'm going to take off the lids. We are currently sanitizing these jars, okay? I am putting water in my jars as well when I'm doing this. So like I said, I'm supposed to fill these jars with water as part of the preparing the jar step. And because these are small jars, I can double stack them. So that is what I am doing right now. And I actually put the lids in as well. So I have 12 small jars and 12 lids in here. We are going to lid this, make sure it is secure in there, put the little arm down and secure the arm. Get it? So you gotta push down while you turn it, okay? I take this off. That is for your pressure canning. For water bath canning, you do not use this. Okay, so then my next step, because it told me to insert the jars, I'm gonna hit the play button or the next button, and it says warm. So now it is going to do all the work. When it is done cleaning and sanitizing my jars, it's gonna beep and tell me that it is done. One of the benefits of using the Presto is that you don't have to stand there and hover over a hot pot. So this is done sanitizing the jars. However, the jam is not done yet, so those jars can continue to stay at temperature and stay warm and clean in here until Julianne is done making her jam. Then we'll move on to the fill step. It tells us we can fill jars now, but we can wait as long as we want as well until she's ready. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wait. When she's done, then we'll fill the jars.
The full recipe for this jam is 9 pounds of strawberries, 1 cup of lemon juice, 1.5 cups of raw honey or normal honey, whatever you have, and 2.5 cups of maple syrup. And now see, our strawberries have finally thawed completely, and I'm going to add in the maple syrup. And we need 2.5 cups of this. Just 2 cups. Two and a half cups. And we need 1.5 cups of our raw honey. We're just going to stir this together really well. Now that I've added the honey and the maple syrup to the jam, I'm going to take my stick blender and just blend it all up. Okay, now this is a really nice consistency now. It's super smooth, there's not many chunks. You can see all this foam that's on top of here. We're gonna scrape that all off so it makes a nice high quality jam. So it's not cloudy, doesn't cause any strange browning. So we're gonna get rid of as much of this stuff as we can. Okay, I've gotten rid of most of the foam, and I'm going to blend it again because I noticed there's a few more strawberries in here. Okay, and then there's more foam on here because I just blended it again. And I'm just gonna go ahead and scrape off as much of that as I can. And then once I scrape this off, I'm gonna let this come up to a nice low simmer. Okay, now this has come up to a nice low boil. Like you can barely see it because the jam's so thick already. And now I'm gonna add my pectin. And this is the kind that you can use in low sugar or no sugar recipes. Since there is no sugar in it, you have to use it because it's got all the things needed to keep the jam nice and fresh while it's in the can. And I'm going to add 1/2 cup of that, or 8 tablespoons, depending on your package. Now I'm going to get the immersion blender and get rid of all those little chunks. Okay, all the pectin is mixed in. Now we're going to scrape off the foam again. And then you just want this to come up again to a nice low simmer. And then we'll be ready to put it into the jars. I'm just going to let it gently boil like this for 5 to 8 minutes, and I'm gonna test it with a cold spoon and a cold plate in just a second here. Now we put this spoon and this plate into the freezer so they get nice and cold, and I'm just gonna take some of that delicious looking jam and let it cool down and just kind of see how it sets. It's already getting kind of hard. See, it's become nice and jammy. Nice and
so
jammy.
That's telling you that it's ready to be, soon it's ready to be put in the jars, right? So the jam is done and ready, so now we can go ahead and open up. You know, our jars have been held warm in here this whole time, and now we're ready. So we're gonna get these jars into Julianne to be able to fill. Lids as well. We're obviously dumping the water out as we do this. And just having the jars ready to be filled. because since the jam is done, he's gonna go into the kitchen. Julianne will fill them up with enough head space to be properly canned. And then put them right back in here for the next step on here. How much head space are you gonna leave on each one?
Just under an inch, so just up to this first ring.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ladle it in gently. Forgot that this doesn't make 12 jars, it makes 24. So we will have plenty of strawberry lemonade jam.
What are you gonna do with the jam over here until we're ready to do the second round?
I'll cover it and just keep it all warm, and then whenever I need to fill the jars again, I'll just quickly heat it back up,
Bring it to
stirring
temp.
it, bring it back up to boiling.
Okay, let's do it. She's gonna put these in. And with these types of jars, because they're small, we can double stack them. Once all of her jars are in there, she's gonna fill up the water line, and this is all in your instructions. She's gonna fill up your water line to, is it an inch above the water?
Yes, an inch above.
Okay, I have to read
top
it.
jars.
Yeah, the top jar an inch above. And so once, we'll see what the water level is at when she puts all 12 of these jars in. And the nice thing is you don't have to sit here, we actually have to go do some running around. So we're gonna hit, you know, the next button.
Go button.
The go button, the next button on this, and go run our errands and stuff. And it's just really nice because you can leave it, set it, and forget about it. That's an old commercial. You guys don't understand that reference.
You just set it and forget it.
Just set it and you forget about it.
Water's right here, so we need to be up to here.
It needs to be hot.
Yeah, hot water, which our water's nice and hot.
Yeah, I'm gonna need the 2.
So adding like what, 2 more quarts to that,
Yeah.
give or take, we'll see.
Might need a little bit more.
Okay.
And then you're gonna hit the go button or the next button. It'll heat up and
we
count
already
down.
set it for 15 minutes, and then it just will stay in there until it's done.
Yeah.
And we'll show you guys when they're all done. Okay, so the first round of 12 jars are done and sitting out, and everything is sealed. So we have good success. They came out sealed. We didn't even have to wait for them. The second set of 12 jars are in here going, and well, we couldn't wait. So go ahead. We got out a loaf of our homemade crusty bread, which we actually have a video. If you want to learn how to make homemade crusty bread, we can link that here, or sourdough. Both are awesome, and they're our favorite bread recipes. How is it? Okay. So yeah, once this batch is going, then that'll be done for the day, and we'll be really stocked up. Yum. Good job. It's like sweet, like strawberry, but it has that tart, which is why it's the lemonade.
Yeah.
So it's really good.
I don't usually like strawberry jam, but I like this. So.
And this is really good. The lemon makes it really fresh. Josh puts this on ice cream, which I know defeats the purpose of it not having refined sugar in it, but whatever, it's still good. And if it's good, it's good. You can put it on ice cream, or you can put it on your homemade bread, or just, you know, eat it out of the jar or whatever. So if you're interested in trying this at home, we will put the recipe down below. And we hope you guys enjoy your strawberry lemonade jam at home as well.